that sugar sweet. You got what I need. Sipping on the potion.
Best decision that I made this year was to stop buying blind perfume purchases. Welcome to my series, Sample It First, No Regrets Later. Today, my sample of the day is Cookie Crave by Lattafa. So this is one of those new Lattafa cupcakes. And let me tell you, I am gourmand girly and I am Lattafa girly. So of course, I got excited when I saw these cupcake releases. However, I watched influencers talking about those cupcakes when they just got released, and it did not look to me that they were that excited, if I can be honest. So of course, I decided to do the right thing and try to sample first. Okay, so let's sample it first. So while I will be waiting for this fragrance to a little bit dry down, it does smell delicious, by the way. I want to talk a little bit briefly about the design of those cupcakes. So I definitely get the idea of cupcakes. It makes sense. However, there are some people that really, really love those bottles, and there are some people that really, really dislike those bottles. So I personally feel kind of iffy. If those cupcakes would not have that plastic, a little bit kind of juvenile look on the top, I would be all about the cupcakes. However, I do not really like those plastic tops. I think they could have done something different with that, and that way those bottles would be gorgeous and people would want to collect them just because the bottles are gorgeous. You know what I mean? But that is only my opinion. Let's talk about the juice though. All right, Cookie Crave. This definitely gives me that cookie scent. So it opens up with butter and cacao. And let me tell you, I definitely smell a lot of cacao. At the heart, we have cookie note, sugar, and milk. And at the base, we got whipped cream, vanilla, and sandalwood. Those are beautiful notes. What I love about this fragrance, I feel like I can smell those notes that they listed. Now, maybe I really don't smell a lot of sandalwood. As a matter of fact, sandalwood will come later a little bit once that all the cookie goodness dries down. So then you're gonna be able to smell very, very light hint of sandalwood. But this is definitely very, very gourmand fragrance. It would be perfect for fall and winter. It's definitely delicious. I feel the queen of this fragrance is definitely cacao note. So you gotta love that note in order to enjoy this fragrance. This fragrance makes me literally think about dessert and makes me want to grab some kind of creamy, buttery cookie, if you know what I mean. So in my opinion, it is a beautiful fragrance. Would I say that this is something very, very unique, that nobody ever made something similar? No, but still it's definitely a beautiful fragrance. I would say if you do love gourmand and if you love cacao, this would be safe blind purchase in my opinion. Now, there are always people that tend to smell some kind of plastic scent in these fragrances. I'm just not one of those people. I do not smell nothing plastic like, nothing off-putting. I think it's a very beautiful, clean, gourmand fragrance. When I say clean, I mean like not having something that I would be like, oh, this just gives me some kind of weird synthetic notes that I really don't enjoy. It doesn't. I really think it's a beautiful fragrance.